All right. Shalom. Like to first start off giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and blessing to all the Akim across the four corners of the world that's pushing this truth and faith and in sincerity who are the hopeful elect. Also, shalom to the few sisters that do follow the teachings of Great Millstone. We're going to go into a quick lesson dealing with faith. The title of this video is going to be called What is Faith? You know? And really the only one that's going to have faith is the elect. You know? Faith in the truth of these scriptures. So we're just going to get straight into the scriptures. Go ahead, I get Hebrews 11:1.
This is Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Right. So faith is something that you can't see with your eyes. You know, it's a spirit. You know that it ignites in us that we believe in what's written in these scriptures. You know, we believe in the promises. We believe in the accounts. So basically, we believe in this entire book. Everything that's written in the Bible, we believe it. Not bits and pieces. Not believing in what you want to believe, but believing in the entirety of the scriptures. So whatever it says, then we believe. And there's great things that's written in these scriptures that for it to come, you know. The main thing we waiting on is the kingdom, man. The kingdom to be established and set up here on the planet Earth. You know, it takes faith to believe that.
God.
And we believe it. You know, the thing is we have to, you know, Abba Rataza, we enduring this thing to the end. You know? Because you had men that believed and then the spirit was taken away from them. You know? There's been many accounts of that. So could you read that again now?
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
The evidence of things not seen. And then verse 2 is going to expound on, really build on verse 1. You know? Go ahead.
For by it the elders obtain a good report.
It say for by it. The it is faith. It say for by it the elders obtained a good report. So what did the elders do? The men that come with the great men that were before us, that showed faithful works. They showed actions, man. They did things to show that. Look, I hadn't seen it. You hadn't showed it to me. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Or in the ancient times before Yahweh Shai, it was just, you know, they only understood Yahweh. You know. So we hadn't seen it, but we're gonna do the action that you're telling us to do to show you that we believe, to show you that we have faith. That's why we go out on the highways and byways. The reason we're not going out there just to go out on the streets. We're going out there to show our faith to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know?
That's right.
Yeah, I got something?
Yeah, I got a quick one.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is James chapter 2, verse 18.
Start at 7.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, yep. Verse 17. Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone.
See, faith has to, in order for faith to have life, so to speak, you gotta have works with it.
It's action.
You know?
Your faith is going to galvanize you or move or influence you to move a certain way. Like our forefathers.
Okay.
Yeah. Verse 18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
So what is faith? It's showing, it's an action that you we'll read that again. Baba Bashar.
Verse 18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
So your works or your actions show your faith. You know, and the works is keeping what's written in this book. The things that's written in this book, do it. And that's why really the law, the law itself that you read about the five in the first 5 books of Moses, or the 5 books of Moses, um, is built upon where it's driven by faith. The driving force behind you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is supposed to be faith. Because to prove that, if we're gonna read on in Hebrews 11:1, it's gonna tell you about Abel and his offering. So y'all got something? Go ahead.
Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Hey, check that out. Can you read that verse again?
Okay. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Right. So the spirits, starting with Yahushua and the angels, setting up everything that we see before us, man. Because really, we was out here, the elect was here in the spiritual before we came down in the physical, so to speak. And where do you find out about it says we have read it again. I don't want to misword it.
Through faith, we understand that the worlds.
Through faith, we understand that the worlds. When you go into that word worlds, it's Aeon. It's Ion, I believe. Aeon. How you say it? Is Ion or Aeon? Eon. Salakia. So I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but it's Eon, dealing with ages or times. I know a lot of but basically that's, if you look up the word, it's Eon is there. So whether you find out about the ages and the history and the times that happen, you find them in the scriptures. We read about all these different accounts in the Bible, and we believe it based upon faith.
Right, that's right.
We read about the time period of the Roman Empire, or if you read in the Maccabees, you read about the Greek Empire. And we believe that, we can go into, there's the historians, and there's other books that validate the Maccabees, but it all boils down to faith at the end of the day.
That's right.
Come on.
Mind if I say so?
Come on.
Yeah, what we have here within these scriptures, these are the records that indicate our faith. You know what I mean? Like what Paul said, all things are written aforetime, written for our learning. Because we have the records to bear it to show what we believe. For example, we know that history repeats itself. So we read a certain account that might have happened in ancient Egypt or ancient Babylon. We know through faith that it's going to happen again. One of the main indicators being because we see it right in front of us, because the Lord gave us the spirit to see these things. But when you see these things coming forth, you understand the prophecy, you understand how to conduct yourself. Like when it says in Revelation 19, the testimony of Yahweh has the spirit of prophecy. That's a huge reason why we believe this. Of course, our faith, but that prophecy that's there to show us, and that helps build our faith even more. Exactly. When we can see the prophecy being played out in front of us the same exact way this book told us it was going to play out.
It's faith based.
Mm-hmm.
Because the prophecy is what builds your faith.
That's right.
Prophecy being fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Like when a good prime example too is Deuteronomy 28:68. Mm-hmm. We know that for a fact that our forefathers went into slavery on cargo slave ships. We understand we know that it was written aforetime, and it came to pass. And we're like, shit, this is true.
Right.
That's right.
God. This is verse.
God.
This is verse 3. Through faith, we understand that the words were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Right. Can you Everything that, because who created the element? Who put the elements together in this in the universe? You know, who put all this together? What you see before you when you go outside and you see the sun, the moon, the stars, the grass, the trees, the oceans, the lakes. You know, all the different elements. You know, that was put together by the Yahweh Shai and the angels. You know. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 4. But by faith, Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, the Most High testifying of his gifts.
Hey, that proved the statement that I made earlier is about keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is supposed to be faith driven.
Right.
You know, you keeping them because the driving force behind you keeping them is your faith, and that's an excellent account to prove it. Abel was keeping the law. He offered a sacrifice, the right sacrifice, something righteous to Yahweh. You know, he did it because he had faith.
That's right.
You got something?
Oh no.
Yeah, continue.
Okay.
We'll read a couple of the accounts of actions that were shown or action that were done to show faith. You know, action that was committed to show faith. Go ahead.
For by faith, Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, the Most High testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because the Most High had translated him. For before his translation he had this testimony that he pleased the Most High.
How did Enoch please the Most High? By keeping the laws. Basically, he was keeping the laws. When everybody else around Enoch was being wicked, you know, Enoch was following the right way, which is keeping the laws. At that time, as we all know, the law was oral, you know. So it said that Enoch, how do you please the Most High? Well, if you go to the Hebrew 6, it's impossible to please the Most High without faith. But as we read in James, then we brought out James already.
Mm-hmm.
As you read in James, you show your faith by your works.
That's right.
So they go hand in hand.
Yeah, right.
You know?
More than just the emotion. And emotion, influence you to do something or act a certain way. You say we have faith in the scriptures, so we try to abide by the scriptures as much as we can, bro. You know, chief by showing our faith by doing what? Doing the work. Building the tabernacle of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know?
Come on, did you got it? You didn't have to bring it out. Hebrews 6. No, don't worry about it. We ain't got to bring that out. I believe so. It is Hebrews 6, but go ahead. Read on a little bit.
This is verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Man.
Yeah, it says, can you read that last part again one time? He is.
Let me see here. For he that cometh to the Most
Salakia, I'm tripping, man. I said it's right here in the 11th chapter. I said Hebrews 6, but
That's all good.
I agree.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is.
He that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is. His name is Yahweh. You know what I mean? He is.
He exists.
We have to really believe that, man.
Yeah.
You know, believe that he created the sun, the moon, the stars, this marvelous work that's being done. Before you come to serve the Most High, you got to have it fully set in your mind that he is, and that he exists, and that he's gonna be able to get his remnant out of this place, man, by the works that's being done. You have to believe that. You show your faith by your works, and your works is proving that he is, man. You know, he exists.
Hey man, I say something. If you don't have faith, there's no way you can see America being destroyed.
Right.
If you don't have faith in these scriptures, you can't see it.
Nope.
Even with the economy in the state that it's in, World War III is festering up in the Middle East. You know, if you don't have the faith of Yahweh Shem Yahushua of these scriptures, you just can't see America going down.
Nope.
Even though all the ingredients for this place to be destroyed is here, you know, the economy is shot, man. It's really in terrible condition. It's shattered. The economy is shattered right now. All it's gonna take is one incident, you know, to thump on the glass, and this place is gonna fall down, man.
Terrorist attack.
Yeah, that which it could become in the form of a terrorist attack, the stock market crashing, a biological warfare, you know. So, World War III. That's what I mean. Like, if you paying attention to what's going on, the spirit of war is brewing heavily, you know, over there. And it's gonna, and here, and it's gonna be a nuclear war.
Yeah, right.
Now you gotta have faith that all those nukes really gonna be shot off.
Right.
You know, they got them. They going to war, but are they really gonna shoot the nukes
Right.
and cause a nuclear holocaust?
Right.
You know,
that faith. Not only does that faith, it's just believing in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, but it gives you certain knowledge too, bro. The average person doesn't see what's going on because they weren't given that knowledge from Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. How do we have this knowledge that World War III is around the corner? You know what I'm saying? Families about to hit, things of that nature. You know? Is it because we know that we're Israelites? No, it's because of faith, bro. Faith in what? These scriptures, bro.
That's right.
Ephesians 2:8. So it was a gift that is given. We didn't work for it. We didn't earn it. You know what I'm saying? It was just a gift from the Most High to his elect. You know, a gift to the elect. You can continue, right?
Verse 7, by faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which.
And what was the fear? That it was going to flood. That the Most High was going to send rain from the heavens, you know, out of the clouds to flood the earth.
Yep.
You know? Because they never had seen that before. Noah had never seen it.
That's right. And it was given to him, bro. Like you went into. It says right here that by faith Noah being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet. So the Most High gave him this knowledge, you know what I'm saying, or that faith, man, you know, to know what was going on beforehand, man. And again, that only goes to a group of people, man.
Hey, gave him that faith. To give him faith to say, look, the Most High said, look, something gonna happen that you ain't never seen.
It's going
He
to
said,
happen 100 years from now. He didn't even tell him that.
right. He didn't tell him it was gonna take 120 years.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't tell him that. But you gonna see, can you imagine? The sun, the Most High said the sun is, there ain't gonna be no more sun in the sky.
It's gonna be water coming down.
You know? And I'm just saying, I'm just throwing some outlandish stuff out there. The Most High told us, hey, you won't see a sun in the sky. I'm removing the sun. You would have to have faith to believe that if the Most High is going to do that. So with going back to the account with Noah, the Most High told him, look, it's going to rain from the heavens and the earth is going to flood. Shit, Noah had faith and said, okay, well, shit, I better get to building this ark like the Most High told me. You know? Go ahead,
Huh?
go ahead.
Yeah, man, any normal person, like, when I put it like this, somebody who has weak faith would have gave up a long time while building that ark. know what I mean? Because again, like you were stating, you know, he didn't know how long it was going to be. The Lord didn't exactly tell him it was 100 something years. You know, we found out later on reading the scripture that it took 100 something years.
Right.
But Noah still continued to build, bro, for 100 and something years, bro. An average person would be like, whew.
And what was happening while he was building?
Niggas.
Scoffers. They trying to tear down the, you know, dog, you crazy. You talking about it's going to rain. They were scoffing against what Noah was talking about. The same way when we go out on the highways and byways and teach the scriptures and tell really the world what's going to come to pass in the future, they like, yeah, right. Y'all full of, y'all been saying this for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years.
Yep, man.
You know? And Noah got that same heat from the people. You know?
That's right.
Man, what is he talking about? It's gonna rain from the heavens.
Yeah, making fun of him.
Yeah, he building the ark. They making fun of him while he building. You know, we out there. They make fun of us. You know, we a spectacle for the people.
Yeah.
You know, they think it's a joke. We don't get taken serious on the highways and byways. Only ones that take it serious is other men with like-minded. You know, don't nobody. That's why people come up, take pictures. You tell them no pictures, they snap the picture anyway. There's no respect and honor for the prophets.
Yeah.
They take the what we're doing, which is this is a life or death deal that we're doing out there on the highways and byways. They take it for a joke, man.
Right. That's right, man.
Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 7, by faith, Noah being warned of the Most High things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the Savior of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith.
He condemned. So what was Noah also doing? He was prophesying. He was condemning. If we get what's that in Isaiah 50, we say that condemning is our heritage. I think it's Isaiah 50. Let's get that real quick. I'll find it. I think it's Isaiah 57. Yeah, Isaiah 54 and 17.
I can read it for you if you want.
Yeah, come.
This is we said Isaiah 54.
Yeah, Isaiah 54 verse 17.
Oh, okay, I'm tripping. Isaiah 60. All right, so Isaiah 54 and 17, and it reads, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment."
What happened with Noah? The tongues was rising up against him. The people was talking against Noah.
Right.
You know, you ain't gonna build that ark. You know, you tripping. What's going on with you? He crazy. He was a crazy man. Noah was. They probably considered him a crazy man. He's talking about it's gonna rain from the heavens and the whole earth is gonna get flooded, and he's building the ark. Come on, man.
Right.
Jake, man, and other, you know, all the peoples, you know.
It's crazy.
Go ahead.
This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, said Yahweh.
Right. So every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. That's our heritage. So we read over there in Hebrews, it says that Noah was condemning them. You know?
Come.
It's a little bit, not enough, the battery low in there?
Yeah, it's a little low.
Okay.
We'll be all right.
All right. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 8, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance.
So what is that? That's the account where Abraham left Haran and went to the land of Canaan. You know, you can read that in, I forget what chapter, but it's in the book of Genesis, of course. So Abraham had been up under his old man. He'd been up under his father, you know, Terah. And they was into all that wickedness, and the Most High say, look, you gonna get it. I want you and your wife to get up out of here. You know? And what happened? what drove him to leave, you know, his faith. He didn't know what to expect, you know. He didn't know, I'm giving you I got an inheritance for you somewhere. It's in the land of Canaan. I want you to go there. Pack up and go. Just like he say, I tell you another faithful act, Peter and Andrew. When Yahushua seen them fishing, and he said, drop the net, and come and follow me. Yeah, he said, I'm gonna make you fishers. I shall make you fishers of men. And it say straightway they dropped their nets and follow Yahushua. That was faith. Oh shit, that's the Messiah. And they went and followed him, you know.
I got a quick one.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is Romans chapter 10, verse 17. So then, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. You know, they heard it. Like Peter and Andrew, the sons of thunder, John and James, the sons of thunder, They heard it. They heard the word, you know, the word of the Most High Yahushua. Dropped everything, you know. That's the same thing Noah did. Abraham, when the Lord had spoke to him, left his father's place, dropped everything he was doing and just went on. Right. The same thing with all the prophets that hear the word, man. Their job is to hear it, and they hear that word. They're instructed to do what they're supposed to do.
And we heard it. We heard it by men.
That's right.
You know, we heard it by men of the Lord reading these words in the book and breaking, giving us the understanding. And we said, oh, we believe. What was that driving force to make us believe those words? Is faith.
That's right, brother.
And that belief, that when we heard it, we believed, that led to what? Actions. Mm-hmm. Us saying, okay, when we believe, we got to start doing something to show that we believe. So we got to follow this book, you know? Go ahead, whatever y'all got.
I'm sitting here.
All right, go ahead.
Come.
Well, we just going to read the account of Abraham. We'll stop right there.
Okay.
And then we'll bring out some more scriptures.
Okay. This is Hebrews 11:8. By faith, Abraham was, when he was called to go out into a place which he should, after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. By faith, he sojourned in a land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, and heirs with him of the same promise.
Hey, I'm going to read that account real quick, all right? Because I had spoke on it. I'm going to just read it real quick about Abraham. This is Genesis chapter 11. I'm going to start at verse 29. It says, and Abram and Nahor took them wives. The name of Abraham's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Iscah. But Sarai was barren, she had no child. And Terah took Abram, his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai, his daughter, and Sarai, his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife, and they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldeans to go into the land of Canaan, and they came to Haran and dwelt there. And then if you keep reading, it'll go into it. But I'm gonna read the last verse of this chapter. It says, "And the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran." So from Haran they had went to Canaan. But I was bringing out the. If you read on in the 12th chapter, it goes into it. We're not gonna go into all that. I just want to kind of get a little backdrop on it. Reread the last verse you read.
Verse 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should have after received for inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. You know what he was?
Yeah, he didn't know. He didn't know where's this place I'm going to. You know, I've been here situated in Ur of the Chaldees and Haran, you know.
It takes faith to do that.
Right.
It's beautiful.
And did you read the next verse?
I did. Verse 9. By faith ye sojourn in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise.
Yep. So these are just accounts, to show that men took actions to show their faith. They were told to do something that they couldn't see, that they didn't know nothing about, they didn't have knowledge of, and just did it, And it's that gift of faith that ignites, or it's that driving force. I like using that word, driving force, that causes you to take action, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You got something?
Yeah. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 24. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it? Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our
Yeah, matter of fact, start. Just read 24 and 25.
Come. Romans 8:24. For we are saved by hope.
For we are saved by hope. Another word for hope is faith. We're hoping for what's written in these scriptures to come to pass. We're hoping for the kingdom. We're hoping to see Yahushua crack the clouds with the thousands of saints, the chariots, the angels, We want to see America. We want to be in the firmament, looking down through the sea of glass, seeing America on fire, man. I want to see that. I'm hoping to see America. I have faith that America will burn.
That's right.
I want to see it, because this place, you should want America to be burned up, man. All this wickedness that take place in this kingdom, I'll be happy, so happy to see this place on fire, man.
Yeah. That's right.
Melting up all the wicked works. You got it, Bob.
So it says, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope.
Yeah, hope that is seen is not hope. So, that eventually faith, it will be no such thing as faith if the Most High just showed us everything.
What's the point of having faith?
That's right.
Right, what's the point of having faith? What's the point of doing great works? You're not going, you'll be a lazy, sorry individual, man, if there wasn't no faith. Where would you be in these scriptures without faith? Would you go out on the highways and byways and teach? Would you put up lessons? Would you treat your brother? Or would you have fear that, damn, if I don't follow the guidelines on how to treat my brother, the Lord gonna kill me? But if you have faith, I don't believe that. It's written in the scripture. I can't see none of it. It's just words on the page.
God. Yeah, when you even look into an account of the Israelites that went off, these were the same men that followed Moses, that bore witness to a sea being split, bore witness to the rock, bore witness to Jericho being split, bore witness to the wall of Jericho being torn down. These are men that saw this with bodily eyes. Man. Look what happened afterwards. Didn't have faith and still ended up going off. But look who the Lord is looking for, though.
I gotta get this for you.
God.
Go ahead and keep on talking.
It's in the spirit. The spirit.
1 Corinthians 10:1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
Yeah, look, it was a chariot literally guiding us, bro. Everywhere we was going, we seen a chariot. Just the whole time we was there, the chariot didn't go nowhere, bro.
Ain't that something?
Would this manna fall from it?
Bro.
Like, bro, this is stuff that we seen, bro.
Yeah.
And they all eat the same spiritual meat, and they all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and the rock was Mashiach.
Yeah, that rock representing, and it's going into the rock when they were in the wilderness when Moses split it and we all drunk it. But there's symbolic reference to everything that had happened back then, man. All of this equals up to Yahushua, man. These people didn't believe that we're back. They seen all of it, and they still went off. It shows you they truly didn't believe. That's why the Lord had put them through them situations just to test their integrity.
To show you that if you see it, you're not gonna have faith.
Exactly.
Because you're seeing it.
Because they saw it. They still reverence the Most High.
You know?
They didn't have any faith. Even though they're Israelites, bro.
It was only a small number that had faith, man.
Only small number.
Joshua and Caleb.
Small.
Joshua and Caleb.
Oh, they are the ones who made it, bro.
They were the only ones that made it that came out of Egypt.
My goodness, bro.
You know? So the ones that was born in the wilderness, they didn't see the splitting of the Red Sea. Yet generational sons and daughters that were born in the wilderness, they didn't witness the plagues that took place in Egypt, you know, so forth and so on, man.
Right. But with many of them, the Most High was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness.
Right.
Now these things are examples to the event. We should not lust after evil things as they also lust. So they didn't have the faith of faith in the law, statutes, and commandments. What was our people doing? It'll give you examples if you read down, but I don't want to digress too much. You know what I'm saying? How people worshiping idols, worshiping basically worshiping idols, man, going off, man, going into idolatry, man. You know what I'm saying? And not worshiping the true power, bro.
After they seen it.
But they seen it. They seen the acts. They witnessed the acts of the Most High, bro.
Right.
They knew he was real. They just didn't have faith.
And because they couldn't see the Most High, they say, well, shit, man, we can't see them. We seen the, he showed us signs. He showed us the chariots. I mean, they seen the chariots. They seen the really was the Gulf of Suez. And, split. The Red Sea split. And, I mean, can you imagine that, bro? That water coming up, big body of water, man, split. And you walking on dry ground. And there's a so-called UFO, what people know as a UFO today, leading you.
They just didn't have faith.
And then you get into the wilderness and make a golden calf and say the golden calf.
That's the one who saved us, bro.
Yeah, they didn't appreciate the wonderful works of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know, that's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua placed us in a situation where we're not like the brother said, we're not seeing all this stuff. We believe this through faith, man. He wants to truly see who really believes in me.
Right.
Let me really put these people through hell. I'm not showing them things like this. I'm not splitting seeds. They're not seeing angels come down. Let's really see who believes, man.
That's it.
You know?
Who's down?
Yep.
Right.
We're going to strictly believe in that word, man.
Yep. Who's gonna put their hand to that plow and keep going?
Yeah.
Through faith. Like the forefathers. Like your forefathers did who believed in me.
Right. Hey man, we could bring out these next two scriptures and we'll wrap it up. 1 Peter 1:8, and also you can I'll read it. You can go into it, bro.
Okay.
Second Esdras.
Okay.
I read this is in here too. I'll read in your scripture in there.
Okay. This is 1 Peter 1:8. Whom having not seen ye love, in whom though now ye see him.
Hey,
not.
read the verse above.
Okay,
7.
I got you, brother. I was thinking that too. Verse 7. When we started, well, I started 7. Verse
7, yeah, we started 7.
That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than
The trial of our faith.
the trial of your faith.
It say the trial of your faith. So you're gonna be tested to see if you have faith.
This is
And
important.
it's true.
This is not supposed to be easy, bro. This is you're supposed to be uncomfortable in this thing, you know. The trial. This is a precious thing that we're given, bro.
Man. Yeah, you got it out.
That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perishes.
They say that our faith is more precious than gold that perishes. So faith is very valuable. That's why we are faith-based Israelites. You know, everything is based upon faith. You know, if you don't have faith, you can't be in this truth without faith. There ain't no such thing. You know.
That's right.
though it be tried with fire, might
Though it be tried with fire, that's all the hell problems, stress that we deal with here in Babylon the Great and the brothers around the four corners of the world that believe, man. You know? Go ahead.
might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearance of the Yahweh Mashiach.
So when Yahweh Shai returns, he gonna say, man, them men stayed faithful through all the hell they caught, through all the wickedness they had to endure, be, engulfed in. We engulfed in wickedness, man. I mean, in this kingdom, if you move from, say you move from one location to the next, who's to tell if your neighbor is a homosexual or not? How do you know? You know what I'm saying? How do you know? In this kingdom, you don't, man, anything is possible concerning wickedness. And through all that, they didn't fall off. They stayed believing in the scriptures.
Kind. That's right.
Go ahead, Lord.
Kind. Whom having not seen ye love, and whom though now ye see him not, yet believing, ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory.
We do that. We full of joy and glory about it. We excited and amped up about these scriptures, man. You see it week in and week out throughout the week. Brothers be amped up and joy about these scriptures, about Yahweh Shai's coming back. That America is gonna be destroyed. We gonna rule in righteousness. We never gonna go off ever again when the kingdom is set up. We never gonna break the laws of the Most High again. And then it says in the first part of that verse, could you read it again?
Whom having not seen ye love.
We love. What is love? Love is the keeping of the laws. So that's
Right.
action. We showing actions, which is what? Faith driven. It's driven by the faith. And we showing, look, we rehearsing these righteous acts. We believe in the prophecies. We believe, I gotta treat my brother accordingly with respect, man. You really treat your brother as if your brother was Yahweh Shai, man. You're supposed to treat your brother as if you dealing with the Lord himself.
Quick one. Hella quick. This is Romans 13:9. For this thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. For love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love